shares a tip with a happy tune. Thought I'd go a pinch and it sticks real soon. Fernie finds a friend standing all alone. Come play with us, this is your home. Ollie whispers softly, time to rest. Quiet space for peace, gentleness is best. Hey, kindness, you're super loud. Let it shine today. Small heart, big love, lighting up the way. Welcome in, wake, joy, fun. Let's make the world run. Mossy asks for ideas. Let's hear every voice. Feathers, bells, sunflowers, everyone gets a choice. Yes. Humble takes a body walk slow by the stream. Being made together is the sweetest dream. Dottie cheers the loudest, Judy, Craig, and Ray. Every finish is a win when we celebrate that way. Welcome in. You, thank you, friends. Three, lend a hand. Four, teach what you can. Invite to friends. Playtime so carries. Hear each voice. Share the choice. Share every try. Kindness reaches the sky.
All right, go ahead and start, honey. Turn your camera on.
Okay, well, welcome.
Welcome, everyone. I want to welcome all the parents that are here today. Tonight, we're focusing on AI Foundation in the next 20 weeks.
Can't hear you.
Okay, I got it on. Okay. In the next 20 weeks, let me start again. Welcome, parents. Tonight, we're focusing on AI Foundation, and our goal is simple. It's to teach the parents how children ask AI clearly. Tonight, in the most important skill your child will learn is how to ask the right questions. I know for me as an adult, I wish I knew this when I was little or even a teenager. Learn how to ask the right questions. Sometimes we don't ask the right questions, so guess what? Our answer is not going to be the correct one. And in school, if we ask the right questions, sometimes we get to understand better. Magic Kids, and we have a dog. I'm going to see if it came down. I was trying to download it earlier, but we'll see. I'll show you the platform here in a few minutes. We added it as a AI Foundations, and I'll have Ed explain about the legacy. On the Magic Kids app helps us ask better questions so our children get better help. So if they ask the right questions, the teacher is able to answer them and help them, right? Or even a tutor, or even a parent. Now, I'm going to open the Magic Kids for you. I'm going to show you. Here. Okay. My screen is not opening. Okay, 1 second. Sorry, I had too many screens open. Well, I opened the screen. And can you go ahead and explain to them about the legacy and how we found out and how we put the information in there? You hear me?
Like me to go over the tutors, the AI Foundation tutors?
Yes, about the legacy.
Yes.
Okay.
So our
This is Angela, by the way. This is my partner for
Hi.
Magic Kids.
Sorry for the few minutes late. We're celebrating my nephew's 18th birthday, so he was all excited. Okay, so with the Magic Kids platform, we built it on 5 AI foundation tutors to specialize in AI literacy to help children to really understand how AI works. So we broke it down into some really cool names that the kids can relate to. So the first one is the AI Foundations tutor, which basically just teaches children how thank you so much. How students learn what artificial intelligence is and how it generates responses and what its limitations are. So it really gives them a true foundation of what AI is. And then we have the AI Creator Tutor, where students learn how to use AI as a tool for learning, creating, writing, problem solving. And I'm going to show you guys that one a little bit later. The AI Prompt Engineering Tutor, which, as we know with AI, that's probably the most important thing, is understanding how to create the right kinds of prompts that can get you to the answer that you were that you're looking for. The AI detective tutor, which my daughter, she loves that one. She's like, I'm a detective. Where students learn how to verify information, identify errors, and apply critical thinking to AI generated responses. And then the AI guardian tutor, which again, this one's probably also one of the most important ones, which is about safety. It's teaching kids how to learn how to protect their privacy, ethical use of AI, which especially at the high school age, you want to make sure that they're using AI properly. And then ensuring a safe and responsible engagement with emerging technologies. And so one thing I will tell you this though, with the Magic Kids platform, it is a closed platform. So as a parent, you don't have to worry about your child getting off and going to other websites and to other places, because we have guardrails in place that will keep your child there and completely immersed into what they're doing. The AI Literacy Foundation. Jeanette, are you ready for your next part, or you want me to continue going?
Yes, no, go ahead. No, I'm ready now. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay, so as I was mentioning, today I'm going to teach you about the foundational tutor. That's the first one for the legacy. And we're going to teach your child how to think with AI. There's so much stuff out there. The kids grab a laptop or tablet or even a phone, and they believe everything that's in there, and their friends believe it. So they tend to get the little group and think about, we're going to teach the kids with the thing that I love about Magic Kids. It really teaches the kid and how to answer the right questions and how to think, because AI cannot work without us telling it what to do. The human mind needs to tell AI what to do, and then it'll help you because it'll get more knowledge out of that. So it's simple, it's clear, and none of us had to be in stress. Another thing I was going to say is, I don't know if you remember, but sometimes my son, which he's 24 now, but my son would bring homework home and I would be like, I don't remember how to do that. I don't know how to even explain it because things have changed from the way I was taught to the way he was taught. And I know from the way he was taught to the way Angela's little girl is being taught is totally different every year, usually every seasons of life that things change and the way they teach the children. So your child might feel stuck sometimes and you feel frustrated as a parent and the child will feel frustrated. Some of them, they just give up and they don't want to learn anymore. So you're not the problem as the parent. Learning has changed and parents cannot give up. We can't give up. So we need to learn how to help them. So tonight's goal is to teach one powerful skill and how to ask better questions. Better questions gives us what? Better answers. So what is Magic Kids, you might ask? Well, Magic Kids is 20 tutors in one platform. Academic plus AI literacy. It's safe, like Angela was saying. It's guided and simple. So AI Foundations Tutor, and I'm going to show you here in a minute the dog that we're talking about. Where learning begins, teaches how to ask questions and build confidence for the child, for the parent, and it's not going to give them the answer, but it helps them and for them to learn the answer. The bad versus good questions. Bad is help me with math. Well, if AI is not going to know what kind of math if you just say, help me with math, right? The good question would be, explain fractions like I'm in third grade using pizza. That's clarity and it changes everything. So here we're going to have a little demo. And before we do the demo, let me share my screen here. So here is the Momentum Kids. Magic Kids. I see Momentum Tech up there, but it's Magic Kids. And once you get in, either or, this is just a page that my husband, Ed Garza, did. And it doesn't matter. All the apps are going to be the same. They're going to ask the same questions. But if you notice, under 10, it's a little video and it's a little more child from kids 10 and under elementary school. And now for 10-year-olds and older, all the way to high school, it tends to have a little bit of video that kind of talks a little bit how middle school and high school would speak. Sometimes they even change the English language. They have their own words. So the video kind of helps them, makes them think they're cool, instead of the other one. If we leave it on there, then it kind of is like, oh, that's kind of childish. The high schooler's not going to want to be part of it, but it's all the same. So we go into this little arrow that's here and we click on Magic Kids dashboard. And before we go into the questions that I'm going to ask so you can see how it works, I'm going to show you here where it says AI Literacy Tutor Academy. And this is something, if you have the platform that you could go in and I built this up so it could be easier for the parent and the tutors to learn more about the tutors and the platform itself. So this is going to be the first one. So we're going to go to AI Foundations Tutor. We're going to go to the video. And of course, my test is already done because since I put it in there, I wanted to make sure I did the test and everything went through. But you'll have the video and there's some paperwork in there that you could download and even print out for your information so you can know more about the Foundations Tutor. So let's go ahead and listen to the video.
We can't hear
You
it.
can't hear it, honey. You got
Can't hear it.
no. You got to share the audio. Stop sharing and share again, and you can share the audio.
Okay. Here we go. Okay, here we go.
But here is something important.
Okay. Here we go.
Today, you are learning with the AI Foundations Tutor. Let's start now. You are ready to learn, and you're going to do great. You can save your progress and come back anytime. AI is a powerful tool, but it does not think like a human. It learns by finding patterns in data. That means it studies information and predicts what comes next. But here is something important. AI is only as good as the data it learns from. If the data has mistaken or is missing information, AI can give wrong answers. That is why your role matters. You are not just using AI. You are learning how to understand it and think about it. You can do this. Take your time. Think carefully. Every time you practice here on Magic Kids, you level up your understanding of AI, save your progress, and come back anytime to keep leveling up. We'll see you next time on Magic Kids.
Okay, so like I said, we decided to put a dog thanks to Isabella, which is Angela's little girl. She decided to pick all the animals, and we picked the dog for AI Foundation because what do dogs do? Dogs love to learn, right? And here, if you click on where it says resources, you'll see that there's 3 PDF, his AI Foundation workbook. There's a study guide foundations and Magic Kids Safe Start Family AI playbook. So it kind of helps you and teaches you as a parent that your child is safe being in this platform. Okay. So now we're going to go to
Great.
the first.
That looks great.
Yeah, so we're going to go to the AI literacy tutors. And as I mentioned, we're going to start with the first one, AI Foundations Tutor. So we're going to click on it. And I was going to say we could do this also English or Spanish. So I'm going to do it in English, but if you're with a tutor that doesn't know English, and you're like, I know we have here Mexico and we have Puerto Rico. If you go to a school and you want to talk to a teacher, or you want to talk to a parent to help their child, especially like homeschool, or do you want to talk to a tutor that is trying to help the child in another language, here you could do it in both languages. So this is what I'm going to do. We're going to start now. So I'm going to show you. So I'm going to say, and usually you could do the little microphone, but my accent with English and Spanish, sometimes it doesn't work very well. So I'm just going to highlight what I already had planned. And I'm going to say, explain fractions like I'm in 3rd grade using pizza. And it's going to show you how it learns, how it explores. It'll take a few minutes, especially since we're here in the Zoom. Now, if I wanted this in English and Spanish, I would say I would have put in here, explain fractions like I'm in 3rd grade using pizza. And you would say English and Spanish, and it would have pulled up in Spanish. So let's go and see what it says. It says, welcome to the AI Explorer Academy. I am your AI Explorer tutor. I help students discover how AI works and how it learns and how it creates answers. Before we begin your Explorer training, tell me one of these. It is always going to ask you, what grade are you in? Are you in grade 10, 6, 2, 2nd grade, 1st grade, kindergarten? It's going to ask you this because based on the question you ask, it's based on the answer to try to help you understand what are you trying to do. Because as we all know, the teachers teach the second graders something, and it's not going to be the same thing for 11th grade or 10th grade, even high school. So it says mission learn fractions with pizza, grade 3. Mission briefing. Today, we will learn what fractions are used in a pizza. This lesson uses simple words and fun pizza examples. The concept explanation, so it'll explain it there. I'm not going to go through all of it, but pizza analogy. Imagine one whole pizza. If you cut it into 2 equal pieces, each piece is half, so 1/2. And if you cut the pizza into 4 equal pizzas, each piece is 1/4. The pizza stays the same size. The more slices you cut, the smaller each slice becomes. And it even gives you examples. Pizza cut into 2 slices, pizza cut into 4 slices, and on and on. It even gives you quick tips, denominator, total equal slices, numerator, and it gives you questions and gives you even feedback style. I will share you correct answers and gently explain any mistakes with pizza examples so it's easy to use. Explore skill unlock. And it gives you more to keep going until you understand. Another thing that I really love about this is, let's say the child still needs help with the fractions, or better yet, you have homework that comes home about fractions. And as a parent, of course, you learn fractions different way how they teach it now. Well, there's a little plus sign here that you could, I don't have any homework, but if you had homework and you wanted to download it, you upload it into your computer, and then you take the plus sign and upload it and explain, say it. I have this homework. I'm a 3rd grader, got this homework, need help understanding fractions or division or whatever you are trying to learn. So, but I just picked the AI Foundations today. Here it mostly explains about explore how AI learns. So let's see how AI learns. So like I said, I am a 3rd grader, right? I want to know how AI learns. And in English and Spanish. So it's going to take a few minutes here. Just giving you the answers in English and in Spanish. Explore how AI learns. Mission briefing. Breve misión. Today we'll learn how AI, a robot helper, learns from examples. This lesson is simple and made for 3rd graders. And it goes on and on and on. Also does games. I love games. So I used to learn how to memorize stuff with games. So it helps you with games, poems, any way that you think your child could learn, it'll help you here. So now, so we asked it how it helped us. How do we do the fractions? Better questions. These teaches you how to learn. So it didn't really give you the answer. If you notice that on the fraction, it taught you how did you get what we were trying to ask. It gave you the example of the pizza, and it split it in half and fourths. So as a parent, you ask your child, what don't you understand? Sometimes the child understands some parts of the homework, or sometimes some parts of what the teacher taught. I know I homeschooled my son, so sometimes there was things that we went through in the little curriculums that we did through the day that he understood some of it. Some of it I had to take a little bit longer time. Well, if I had this, it would help us, because kids love anything about computers, and this is helping them about the future, because they're our future. And we can turn it into better questions. If they don't understand and they don't know how to ask the question clearly, this will help it learn better questions. So daily, I would suggest 10 to 15 minutes per day, one question, one explanation. Consistency makes a child confident on whatever they're trying to learn. And it's less stress on the child, less stress on the parent, more understanding for everybody, and everybody will be more confident. And then you don't have to say, I don't know how to help the child. You can't go to your teacher or go to a tutor and say, I don't know how to help. I need help. This way here, you both learning together. So my call to action is starting Magic Kids. You even started it tonight. You try one question with your child. And if you need help, message me. I'm on WhatsApp. I have my email I could give you in the chat, but we're here to help you. Before I leave, I want to show you, I know Angela's going to go through it too. Legacy, the AI Literacy Academy and tutors is not the only one. Like I said, we have 20 of them. In the next 20 weeks, I'm going to go through one of each, and you'll see Angela will do the same. So the AI Prompt Engineering, AI Creator, AI Guardian Tutor, and each one will tell you, if you take the little test up here on Tutor Academy, each one will tell you what each one does. AI Guardian and AI Detective. Then you can go down to Work with Tutors, AI and Future Skills Tutor, your Writing Tutor. I know some kids sometimes in elementary school don't want to write. So this is going to help them write. Entrepreneurship and Money Skills Tutor helps the child if they do a lemonade stand. It kind of, you tell them, teach me how to do a lemonade stand. It could even teach you how to build it and what to do with the money. Reading Tutor, History Tutor, that's my favorite, history. Science Tutor, Math Tutor. We could have done that one that I did today too. We could have done it in here too. I just wanted to start it in the fractions part, but we're going to be working on that. Public Speaking and Communication Tutor. If you notice nowadays, some kids are very shy. You get to talk to them and they don't really know what to say, and they look down, and this teaches them how to do public speaking and communicate. Because sometimes kids nowadays are just stuck into the computer, the tablet, or their phone, and their communication is very little. So this helps them. Music and sound tutors, art and creativity. You could actually do coloring books and print them out, pages to color. Critical thinking and logic tutor, coding and tech tutor, mindful and emotional wellness tutor. Another one of my favorites, I was the one that picked this one to be in here, geography and world explorer tutor. Sometimes I know homeschoolers know a lot about, that's one of the things I learn about, a lot about exploring the world, but sometimes you ask, I had a neighbor that we asked the child, the neighbor always told me that their kids were all 4.0 in school. So I asked them who was the first president of the United States. And I laughed because, they said presidents that were in my lifetime, like Ronald Reagan. Well, we all know he was not the first president of the United States, right? But here we could learn about that. We could do World Explorer Tutor, and see what other countries eat. Like I know I did one about when we first started, we did one about Greece because the Olympics was on. What they eat, what they play, what they do, what did the kids do after school, during school. So you get to learn a lot about that. So that's pretty much what I have right now for all the tutors. And now I'm going to give it to Angela and see what she has on for today.
Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay. Can you see it? Okay. So as I told you guys earlier that I was going to tell you guys about the AI Creator Tutor, which is one of the foundation tutors. Let's see here. I actually put together a prompt, and I'm going to copy and paste it into it, but it says, I'm a second grader and I want you to imagine you are the most creative artist in the world. As Jeanette was saying earlier, with prompting, the more information that you can give it, the more you're going to get out of it. So this is kind of a longer prompt, and as you work with Magic Kids more and more, and it gets to learn you and your child, you can kind of change things around a little bit. But this is what I have for the prompt. It says, I'm a second grader and I want you to imagine you are the most creative artist in the world. Your job is to make something that no one has ever seen before. You can use colors, shapes, sounds, smells, or even things that don't exist yet. Think of something fun, magical, or crazy like a flying tree that sings or a rainbow city made of candy. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine it. Now draw it, write about it, or build it with anything you have nearby. Don't worry about rules. Let your ideas go as wild as they can. What's the first super cool, never before seen thing you want to create? So, as we all know, our children can have very, very wild imaginations. My daughter comes home and she talks about all kinds of things. I'm just like, which I'm really excited because we're going to be writing lots of books with all these different characters that she comes up with. But I'm going to go ahead and copy this and put it into here.
And like I was going to say, Angela, too, a lot of times it's easier if you don't have the homework, if you have something on a Word or a piece of paper, you could kind of, copy it faster that way.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to refresh it just to get it to go a little quicker. Okay.
Yeah, because we're in Zoom, sometimes it gets slower too.
Yeah. All right, let's see. My internet has been acting up a little bit too. So, okay. Welcome, grade 2 creator. You just unlocked the idea creator power plus story creator power. Mission: make a never before seen thing. Mission briefing: we're going to imagine something no one has ever seen. You choose, I guide, you create. So What's really cool about this platform, and my daughter and I experienced that when we created this book that we wrote together, is that it will pull you through the process too. So here it's starting to ask me questions, which and then as I answer these questions, it's going to help me to kind of create this idea that we've been talking about, this picture or this well, we'll see what we come up with. Okay, so pick your favorites. So I say we pick a creature. I think that'd be pretty cool. Say a creature. Oops. Just pick 2 to 3 magical powers. Ooh, let's see. Okay, makes tiny rainbows you can catch. My daughter would definitely like that. She loves rainbows. Let's see. And changes colors with feelings. What did it look like? I would say it swirls. And it's tiny. So where does it live? Under a friendly volcano. We talked about volcanoes last week. I would say in a pocket galaxy. It guards dreams at night. All right, let's see. Guided creation. Choose to draw, build, or write. Use crayons, blocks, paper, stickers, or recyclables. So it's gonna give us, so what we just talked about here, we're gonna fill it out here. So this is us starting to create what this new idea, what this new image is gonna look like. All right, and let's see. It said, I'll celebrate your idea, suggest 1 power upgrade, and help you add 1 wow detail. So let's see. Let's just see what happens when we fill out what. Ah, my cat is down here playing around. Okay. What I love about this is there's no end to the creativity that you can come up with, and it has so many different ideas and so many different things that you can do. Okay, let's see here.
Yeah,
So you
it's
made some
exciting.
awesome choices. A tiny swirly creature. Huh?
Say
It
it's
makes tiny
exciting. It's
rainbows you
exciting
can
for
catch.
little kids.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially because they're part of the process. I mean, that's what's so cool about this. Even as a parent, like you get to share that experience with them. Like I'm like excited about, when I get to see this, when she gets excited, so especially things like this, because the creativity part of it is just, it's really fun to watch it all come to life. Okay, so you made some awesome choice. The tiny swirly creature makes tiny rainbows you can catch, changes colors with feelings, lives in a pocket galaxy, guards dreams at night. So quick choices. So name ideas: Twizzle, Glimmerloop, Nebby. We can create feelings to colors, so we can pick a color for each feeling. Let's see. I mean, as you can see, there's no end to what it can come up with, and we can continue on and on and on and create. Let's see. As you can see, it says draw or build it. Draw big swirls for the body and little rainbow rings around it. So remember, it was asking us like what we wanted to create. Or in our prompt, we were saying something that we'd never seen before. So, this is getting us to start those wheels turning and helping us to form those ideas. I wouldn't have thought about swirling little rainbows, but it starts to pull that creativity out of you, which is what you want for your child. You want your child like, oh, I've never thought about that before. Let me try and see what that would look like. So it inspires them to try new things. And then we could continue on. There's a story creator mission, the idea creator mission, the project creator mission, and learning creator mission. Let's see. Learning. Let's just see what that next step looks like. I'm actually going to save this and I'm going to have Isabella do it. And then next week, I'm going to actually show what she came up with, because I think it'll be really cool to see what she comes up with. We did that. Oh, it's still going. Yeah, I think the Zoom kind of slows it down a little bit. Okay, well, oh, there it goes. Okay, sorry. Learning mission. Okay, here we go. Grade 2, Learning Creator Mission. You choose what to learn. I give simple steps and fun activities. You show what you learned in your own way. So this again, this is going back to creating that creativity. So the topic: rainbows, light and color, space and galaxies, sleeps and dreams. How do you want to learn? Quick facts and pictures in your head, or short mini story with questions. I say pictures is always really cool. If you choose rainbows, choose sunlight through a glass of water onto paper to see a tiny rainbow. So it's giving you some ideas on actually how to kind of make these things come to life too. Sunlight has many colors. Water bends the light to spread the colors. Draw your rainbow and label 3 colors. So it's giving kind of some let's see. Okay, yeah. So it's kind of just like it's building on to whatever we had already talked about before. So we're gonna try this, me and Isabella, when we get a chance, because I think this will be fun. She's done some really cool things too that I'm gonna share with you guys in the future. But let's see here. I think that's what I have for this one. I have another one that's ready to go if you would like, but I know we're kind of getting It's getting
I
later
was
than I
gonna
thought. That
say
one took
you
a little
could
longer than I thought it
you
would.
could you could tell them about how you're getting she loves to do another book. Tell them about what she did with her
Yeah,
book and
yeah, absolutely. So my daughter and I, we went into the, what was it? Which one did we use? The writing tutor, I believe, is the one we used for this. But so this was really fun. My daughter actually did this book for her student of the week. The as part of being student of the week, you had to bring in your favorite book. And so we got the opportunity to create her own book that she got to read for her class and or she got to share with her class. And so what was really cool about it is as just like what we've been showing you now, we sat down, we said her age, her grade, and we said we wanted to create a book. And so I'm going to show you here.
and
You can
she
kind of
did it.
see.
You both did this in the Magic Kid. So a book for any child, any age could be done here in the Magic Kids. So,
Yes, and for us, what was really cool about it is that, she's in second grade. And so when it asks you that information about their grade and their age, it does that because it already knows what level your student or I mean what your child is at. So it was basically giving us questions and ideas that were all tailored to her grade level. And so she was learning adjectives and nouns and all of that in school. And so as we were sitting there creating this book together, it would ask her, say, point out the adjectives. Let's think of what nouns would be good for this book. And so like it's pulling, the stuff that she's already learning currently in school and applying it to something that's tangible that she could hold and she could share. And so she was so excited to do that. And I mean, she even got after the whole thing was all said and done, she got a few book orders and and also requests to write more books. So she was very proud of that. And I was
yeah.
so proud of her too. When we got it all done, it was just from the experience as a mother, watching her get excited about learning and getting to share something that we both got to do together. And she also got to share with her classmates. So it was a really awesome
Yeah.
experience.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. Now, does anybody have any questions? Okay, I think Ed Garza wants to say something. Okay. He's on the other line. So anybody has any questions?
Let's see. I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, this could be done English, Spanish, and French, any language. I think I saw about 10 different languages in there. So you could always say, if you're in another country, you could always say English and whatever the other language you are wanting, or you just want Spanish, it'll pull it up for you. So it'll help the child, whatever language and whatever grade, from kindergarten to all the way to high school. Okay, well, if nobody has any questions, we'll be back on Monday to learn more about Magic Kids.